I'm Suzanne Stevens. The Inner Harbor Desalination Project will bring us water, but some say what's really flowing is money, influence, and pressure behind closed doors.
From your screen to the classroom. I'm Michaela Chavez downtown. Why Corpus Christi ISD says AI is now the big man on campus.
Hey, good Taco Tuesday morning, everyone. You are watching Chris 6 Sunrise, waking up with the Hoffmans today. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We hope you guys had a great start to your week yesterday. We're going to keep it going, though, right?
Oh, yeah, we
Hopefully a good one. We're going to check in with meteorologist. Oh, my gosh, I can't even say it this morning. Julia Quady in with us this morning. Good morning.
This is going to become a thing.
It is.
Starting the second time. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But yeah, we'll be looking at pretty much the same conditions that we had in store yesterday ahead for us today on our Tuesday. So looking at very hot temperatures dominating our forecast. Not going to really see much of any change from drier air still settling into the area as well. Right now, waking up, we can see temperatures are for the most part reaching towards those upper 70s to lower 80s. So a tad bit warmer for us this morning compared to yesterday. Most neighborhoods already seeing their temperatures in those lower 80s rather than yesterday, seeing most of those temperatures sitting towards those upper 70s. So 80 degrees here in Corpus Christi, 81 over in Robstown. 83 degrees is your temperature over in Rockport, 82 right now over in Port Aransas. Well, we did have a plume of Saharan dust that pushed its way into the coastal bend yesterday, but during the evening hours and now at this point waking up on our Tuesday, the Saharan dust has now left our area here in the coastal bend, still gathering throughout portions of northern Texas and portions of central Texas as well. But for us here at home, looking at less hazy conditions for us in the forecast for now as a plume of Saharan dust has completely moved out of the area, but drier air is still going to remain in the forecast, elevating our temperatures, and more details on that coming up.
Thanks so much, Julie. Appreciate it. We're going to start out with a house fire that broke out on Sheridan in the Bay Area yesterday evening. Crews were called out to the fire around 6:25 in the evening. The cause of the fire unknown at this time, but it is believed to have started near the back of the house. No one was hurt, but one neighbor was checked out after officials say he ran inside the house to make sure no one was in there and then inhaled smoke in the process. The Red Cross was also notified. This is an ongoing investigation, but we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online, christv.com.
And a gas leak near the Six Points area caused a scare yesterday. A fire department spokesperson says a street crew hit and ruptured a 2-inch gas line around 2 in the afternoon. The gas leak prompted several businesses in the area to evacuate, and neighbors within a 2-block radius of the leak were encouraged to shelter in place. A city gas crew was able to shut the leak off after about 2 hours.
I'm Suzanne Stevens. City Hall is where billion-dollar decisions are made, like the Inner Harbor Desalination Plant. But behind the scenes, some say that project has become a pressure point, one where politics, private influence, and threats of recall could be shaping how council members vote.
When I started here, it was 5 million, 18 million, shot up to 35 million, 3 different contracts. We citizens should be concerned about that.
It began with a council vote, limiting the city manager's authority to spend on the Inner Harbor Desalination Plant.
Everything done in the dark has to come to light.
Soon after, a closed-door meeting took place at Buckday's headquarters, where council members Eric Cantu and Kaylin Paxson were reportedly mentioned in a possible recall discussion.
I remember there being talk, and, I just kind of dismissed it, and I said, hey, let's stay focused.
The seat that I'm in right now, it's not for sale.
Cantu now says he's facing political pressure, pointing to a text exchange with political donor David Loeb. Cantu says, I've noticed a shift in tone, and I hope that doesn't mean my support is conditional. Loeb responds, you were asked by an organization I was part of if you would support DSAL if it got all permits. You said yes, it's in writing. Much support for you was based on that. Mine was.
He initiated a conversation with me.
Yes, he did.
I didn't call him and say, if you don't vote this way, I'm never giving you a check again.
Loeb is part of the political group Voters for Good Government, which sent Cantu a questionnaire before endorsing him. Cantu replied, I support DSAL as part of a diversified water strategy.
Just because someone gives me money to run my campaign doesn't mean they bought my vote.
Loeb doesn't deny the text or the recall talk, but says the stakes are higher than politics.
The major employers in this town are preparing mass layoffs and throttling their operations, which will have national and international implications, and it will devastate our community for generations.
In public, it's about water. Behind closed doors, some say it's about power. At City Hall, I'm Senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
And folks, this is a topic Suzanne has been telling you about for a while. If you have any story ideas or tips from your neighborhood, you can let Suzanne know about them by scanning the QR code on your screen.
Well, dozens of positions over Texas A&M Kingsville have been eliminated for what the university says is a realignment of resources to meet strategic priorities, end quote. In total, 34 filled positions and 34 unfilled staff positions were eliminated. IT support and campus operations are some of those departments affected. Neighborhood News reporter Stephanie Molina spoke to TAM-UK students about their concerns after the right-sizing of the university.
So now that they let the people go, I don't know if that'll be affecting the overall impact of how quickly I can get an answer to certain things that require immediate attention.
The university says that the employees that were laid off will continue getting benefits for 45 days after they were notified. If you want to read the university's full statement, it is available on christv.com.
CCISD starts classes in just 3 weeks, and this year, AI will play a bigger role in the classroom. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter downtown. The district is encouraging teachers and parents to get comfortable with the tool because they plan on integrating it into everything. Sisters Alayda and Penelope have grown up in the digital age.
We did like the Miss Rachel thing, and then we did the ABC Mouse thing, and then we did we could only do so much.
As they head into school, technology will be even more prevalent with AI.
Our teachers don't use it separately in the work that they do in lesson planning. They integrate it into the work that they're doing.
That's CCISD Deputy Superintendent Dr. Sandra Clement. Her message to parents and students: buckle up. AI is here to stay, and you're all on this ride together.
Whether you want to shy from it or you want to get away from it, you don't want to use it, that's not a choice anymore. It's popping up in everything that we do in our everyday lives.
Dr. Clement says AI is a tool for teachers and a powerful one. It can help craft more thought-out lesson plans and identify how to reach different types of learners.
I feel if it makes their learning process easier and help them think through things and work through it, I agree 1,000%.
Dr. Clement says AI is not taking over teachers' jobs. It's helping them do those time-consuming tasks faster so they can put more focus on teaching.
A sample of what I want to do with my students, even things that I hadn't thought of, and then utilize that and personalize it, not only for my students as a class, but for my emergent bilingual student, for my special education student.
She says AI is not about cutting corners. It's meant to be a starting point and a way for students to build on ideas and take their work even further.
No longer is the generalities of an experience or generalities of a product going to be allowed. It's going to have to really rev up to something really spectacular.
But of course, when tech is involved, cheating is a concern. That's why teachers will be trained on how to monitor for academic honesty as part of their professional development. And another big concern, how AI is being used and what kids will be exposed to.
Their brains are like sponges, and they will soak up anything that you're showing them, anything and everything.
But the main message from CCISD is embrace AI because it's the new big man on campus this year. AI will also be mixed into teachers' professional development and workshops. The new school year begins Monday, August 11th. With your Neighborhood News Downtown, I'm your Sunrise reporter Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 Sunrise.
Operation Health and Wellness. I'm Tyrese Boone in Robstown, speaking with health officials about free health care for animals and people in the county.
Backpack pencils ready to go for the first day of school. I'm Victoria Valderrama in Sinton, where I visited with 10-year-old Yvonne Moore. It was 4 months ago her life completely changed. Now she's ready for a new start.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for sticking with us here on Chris 6 Sunrise. The Federal Reserve is hosting a conference examining a key part of banking regulations today, and that includes capital surcharge for the nation's largest banks, leverage requirements, and stress testing, which helps determine whether a bank has enough capital to withstand an economic crisis. The Fed says it wants to hear diverse perspectives on how these rules affect the U.S. financial system before making any changes to it. Now, the Health and Human Services Department is taking action to ensure organ donation is carried out properly. Now, this comes after a federal investigation found problems with how an organization in the Kentucky region handled donations. The company is now called Network for Hope. Investigators examined more than 350 cases and found about 70 patients had neurological problems that made them unfit for organ donation. Network for Hope says it's committed to transparency and is cooperating with the federal government.
I'm Tyrese Boone, your neighborhood news reporter in Nueces County. As more and more people pinch pennies or some struggle to schedule a doctor's appointment, some providers are offering health care for free. Those services are for people and animals.
When discussing healthcare issues in the county, health experts like Dr. Eric Baggerman says numbers are growing.
There's not a spot in Corpus Christi or the surrounding area for these counties that doesn't have individuals in need not getting the health care that they need.
Luckily, neighbors and their pets can get some much-needed health care through Nueces County's Operation Health and Wellness, a week-long program.
Getting people in, evaluating them, treating them, and then for long-term care, making sure that they have access, whether it's health care or other resources.
At Mission of Mercy, West Ossoff Junior High, and the Calderon Nueces County Center will accept any walk-ins for numerous health needs.
We provide free medical care, vision care, dental care to our patients at no cost.
Other programs like microchipping, vaccination for animals, physicals, screenings, and more will be available between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. this Friday. The program evaluated thousands of neighbors and animals last year, and officials hope more will take a step towards health.
It's a start for badly needed health care.
Operation Health and Wellness ends at 3 p.m. on Saturday. In Robstown, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tyrese Boone, Chris 6 News.
All right, folks, looks like we're going to need a bigger boat. From the blockbuster movie Jaws to Meg, we've all seen Hollywood's takes on sharks, right? But what's fact and what's fiction? You can find it all out this weekend over on the Discovery Channel as they kick off Shark Week. The Hart Research Institute right here at Texas A&M Corpus Christi is also getting in on that shark frenzy. They're highlighting the role that sharks play in our ecosystem.
And they keep a lot of the marine food webs in track and balanced. And so without sharks, if you like fish at all, if you eat fish, you like sushi or anything like that, it basically keeps all of the other marine fish species, healthy and in track.
Fish are friends, not food. The Hart Research Institute is hosting shark-themed events all week long. And hey, for a look at that schedule, you can always go to our website. That's christv.com.
Hey there, good morning and happy Tuesday. Right now taking a live look outside of our studio sky cam, getting a view of downtown Corpus Christi where we can see got a little bit some partly cloudy skies out there, but I can guarantee you this is going to be the coolest point of our day today. Things are going to quickly ramp up with more heat on the way for us in the forecast by this afternoon. Right now going ahead to take a look what you can expect in each of your neighborhoods. Waking up this morning, Corpus Christi sitting at 80 degrees, 79 over in Beeville, 82 degrees, 82 is your temperatures over in Port Aransas, 83 degrees over in Rockport, and 78 right now in Alice. Once again, having a bit of a lighter wind speed throughout most of our neighborhoods this morning that will begin to tick up as we head throughout the later hours this morning. Right now, fairly light and variable winds going under 10 miles an hour. Visibility looking near perfect across most of our neighborhoods too. Looking at our hour-by-hour forecast, starting out with some partly cloudy skies that will eventually become mostly sunny as we start to head towards later hours this morning and by this afternoon. Also by the same time frame, we'll see our temperatures temperatures increase, quickly ramping up towards that sizzling, boiling type vibe that we had yesterday. Temperatures eventually reaching towards those upper 90s for a forecast high temperature here in Corpus Christi of 96 degrees. Once again, looking at mostly sunny skies, our weather pattern is not going to be changing at all for now, so that's why we're going to be looking at still mostly sunny skies, hot temperatures, and still breezy winds coming in from the southeast. We'll see our winds coming in from the southeast going upwards near 20 miles an hour, so hopefully offering a little bit of relief that you'll definitely start to feel as we start to approach our early evening hours. But during the peak afternoon, those winds aren't going to do too much to really be helpful under this oppressive heat that we're going to have in store for us by this afternoon. Feel like temperatures will still be ranging towards those triple digits, so we'll still have that heat risk still in association with our forecast today, anywhere between that minor to moderate or major risk, specifically for more inland neighborhoods like Freer, Cotulla, and Flowerton. So you just want to make sure you're practicing heat safety because this heat is not going anywhere. We're still looking at those same conditions in store for us tomorrow on our Wednesday and on Thursday. Still going to have a mix of anywhere between that minor to moderate and major risk of heat danger in the forecast. So again, just make sure you're practicing heat safety in your forecast each and every day this week, because look at your 7-day forecast, no changes in sight with our slight rain chances coming in by this weekend.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska at Elite Fitness 361 in Ingleside. One pro boxer has won 3 straight, but his last fight was more than just inside the ring. His story in sports.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Hey, welcome back, folks. So spots are still open for Heroes on the Water in Rockport. This Saturday, veterans, first responders, and their families are invited to enjoy a day of kayaking, fishing, and healing, all at no cost. Now, if this experience sounds familiar, that's because Heroes on the Water has established a presence in the Coastal Bend. But now a newly launched chapter in Rockport hopes to expand the organization's reach.
The need is there. We have a lot of veterans and first responders on this side of the bridge that just need one-on-one water therapy. They want group therapy out on the water.
And tonight I'll show you how this program is making a difference on Veterans in Focus at 6. In the meantime, if you'd like to register for Saturday's outing, visit our website. And agriculture is important to the state of Texas, with the industry being a staple point in our economy. Nearly 3,000 AG teachers from across the state are meeting in Corpus Christi for a professional development conference. Hosted by the Agriculture Teachers Association of Texas, the event offers workshops on certifications, classroom management, and updates from the Texas Education Agency and Texas FFA. Mentorship programs and special sessions are also in place to support student teachers entering their first year in the classroom.
We have over 303,000 ag students in Texas, which is the largest we've been in the last 10 years. And so there's a lot of kids want to be in our programs.
The conference continues through Friday at the American Bank Center.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska at Elite Fitness 361. Boxing requires mental toughness, knowing that when you give a jab, you could get a punch right back. Early in July, when Carlos Torres stepped into the ring, his life was on a thinner rope.
I made a commitment to not just the sport, but the contract that I signed. The doctors had already advised me, like, we don't advise you to fight. It is life-threatening. All it takes is one punch in the right spot.
Carlos Torres has won 3 straight bouts as a professional boxer. His last win was a second-round knockout punch against Daniel McCall in the 130-pound weight division.
Jordan and I are always able to execute that game plan perfectly. We worked on, on the hook to the, a kind of a shift over, hook to the body, overhand right, and those are exactly the 2 punches that put him down.
Knees, and that's it.
Torres' triumph almost did not happen. A week before the fight, the 2017 Moody grad was sent to the emergency room at Christus Spawn Shoreline with a collapsed lung.
They inserted a chest tube, and I had to stay in there for 4 days, be monitored and stuff, make sure that the lung re-expands, it doesn't collapse again.
Torres did not train the week leading up to the fight. Walking up to the ring, he did not know if he'd see his family again. However, after he won the fight,
There was more, it's over. I'm alive, I'm good, I think I'm good, and we won, so that's a plus.
Since joining Jordan Penny in elite boxing, Torres has improved his overall record from 2-4 to 5-4.
The main word that can sum him up is a warrior. So that's one reason that I decided to work with him. He's resilient, he has amazing work ethic, he's the first one in and the last one out.
Torres began boxing when he was about 10 years old, learning discipline at an early age, and now showing his commitment to his team and family.
This is somebody you can support. You can count me in. You know, I'm gonna do everything that I can to show up, fight, and get the victory.
Fans can expect to see Carlos Torres back in the ring at least one more time before the year ends. I'm Larissa Liska, Chris 6 Sports.
Hey there, good morning. Now taking a live look outside of our First Community Bank Skycam atop the USS Lexington. We can see the traffic flow heading north and southbound. The new Harbor Bridge is moving pretty well. Not much of any traffic flow going on the old Harbor Bridge if you're heading northbound towards North Beach. So if you're heading in either direction there on either of those bridges this morning, you're in for pretty easy driving conditions, thankfully, to start you off on this Tuesday. Let's go and take a look at the rest of the traffic flow map to see what you can expect for your other roadways heading out the door right now. Moving on over towards downtown, heading on Ocean Drive down to SPID and on Saratoga. All those roadways are moving well right now at this moment. Moving on over to Flower Bluff, pretty much all clear driving conditions happening on Waldron Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. There's a little bit slower speed as per usual that you'll start to see when you get closer towards the gate at NES Corpus Christi. But then moving to the JFK Causeway, going to from the island, again looking at easy driving conditions. That's it for Traffic Report. More details in your forecast coming up.
Welcome back, folks. It is 5:30 on the dot, taking a live look from our Water Skycam, looking up at that new Harbor Bridge. Looks kind of ominous from here, right? Well, hey, we're going to be checking in with meteorologist Julia Quady in just a bit because it's already 80 degrees out. How hot will it get? We're going to find out soon. But first, on to some national headlines.
Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is meeting with President Trump at the White House today. Marcos is seeking a better trade deal before Trump's August 1st deadline for new tariffs on Philippine goods. The visit comes as the Philippines faces growing pressure from China in the South China Sea. On Monday, Marcos went to the Pentagon to discuss military cooperation and regional security. During his trip, Marcos will also meet with U.S. business leaders investing in the Philippines.
Well, some Republicans are teaming up with Democrats to try to override the will of House Speaker Mike Johnson in an effort to actually release all of the unclassified documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. Johnson says that he'd prefer to give the Trump administration more time to disclose what he calls credible files. Amy Kiley reports.
When the Speaker stands in the way of justice and transparency, this is how we get justice.
An effort to force a House vote on releasing more Epstein files appears able to succeed. It would let lawmakers decide whether to give the Trump administration 30 days to disclose unclassified materials. The discharge petition is from Republican Representative Thomas Massie and Democratic Representative Ro Khanna. It would need 218 signatures, and Democrats could supply all but 6.
What are they hiding from the American people? Release the files.
Enough House Republicans say they'd back the measure to get it over the finish line. Many face pressure from their base.
They don't want things covered up, especially when it comes to the most well-known convicted pedophile in modern day history.
Files are going to have to come out.
I think sunlight's good medicine.
The petition has to wait until after the 5-week August recess due to procedural requirements. House Speaker Mike Johnson could bring a related, non-binding resolution to the floor this week, but he says he won't, arguing the president is taking steps already.
He's asked the Attorney General to request the grand jury files of the court. We need the administration to have the space to do what it is doing. And if further congressional action is necessary or appropriate, then we'll look at that.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Sticking in Washington, folks, a group of Texas moms held a memorial and protest outside of the White House yesterday. The group placed 27 children's camp's trunks on the lawn, each honoring one of the young girls from Camp Mystic who were killed in the July 4th floods. Moms who took part in the protest were asking that the Trump administration restore funding that was cut from NOAA and the National Weather Service, and blamed for the lack of early response on this flooding. At least 135 people are known to have died in the Central Texas flooding disaster. There was one bright spot in this tragedy, though. Over the weekend, the number of people reported missing dropped from 160 to just 3. Officials say many of the people who were listed as missing have been accounted for.
I'm your Sinton neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama. It was 4 months ago the Welder fire destroyed homes and displaced families like the Walls. 10-year-old Yvonne Moore was left with nothing. Now Yvonne and her mom are ready for a new start.
A case, then lunchbox, and water bottle.
The first day of 4th grade is only a few weeks away for Yvonne Moore, or Evo as her family lovingly calls her.
I don't know anything about my class yet, because I haven't emailed Mom.
Despite not knowing what awaits beyond the doors of Sinton Elementary, Evo is excited.
I'm going to cheerleading.
That smile says it all. Evo's mom, Melissa Wall, is happy for her little girl.
She's growing up way too fast, but I'm happy for her. I mean, she's going to 4th grade. She's going to be in cheer camp.
The start of the new school year signifies a new beginning, and they welcome it considering everything that's happened.
And I'm like, I know it's been 4 months ago, but I swear it feels like it's just happened just now.
In March, the Welder fire took everything from Melissa and her family. I interviewed them when they came back to find their home in ruins. Little Evo was sad to see all her belongings gone.
I lost my phone in the fire, and I had 1,000 worth of toys.
Since then, the entire family has been staying in the temporary housing provided by the city of Sinton. So where are you going?
Dentist.
She's doing really good. Like I said, she's adapted to this place a lot.
In Evo's world, everything is coming up roses. She has her room, her toys, and her brand new backpack for her first day of school. The first day of school for Sinton ISD is August 13th. We wish everyone good luck this school year. Go Pirates! In Sinton, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama for Chris 6 News.
Victoria, thank you so much. So investigators are looking into a fire that broke out in the Bay Area last night. It happened on Sheridan Drive around 6:25 p.m. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time, but it's believed to have started near the back of the house. No one was hurt, but one neighbor was checked out because officials say he ran inside the house to make sure no one was in there and inhaled smoke in the process. The Red Cross was also notified. As this investigation continues, we'll keep you updated on air and online on christv.com.
Dominique Hernandez is a senior here at Texas A&M Kingsville. She was surprised by Friday's news, and she's not the only one. Andrew Salinas says he's worried for the families affected. According to the university, they removed 34 filled positions and 34 unfilled positions because of a $9 million budget shortfall. With these cuts, they say they will continue investing and remain focused on minimizing the impact on student support and instruction. Students like Hernandez hope that's the case. University officials say these changes mainly impact IT and campus operations and won't affect classrooms. Employees notified of their termination will continue getting benefits for the next 45 days.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Heading out the door, things are going to be at their coolest point of the day. Things are going to quickly increase with our temperatures starting to reach a very high level into those upper 90s, and feel like temperatures accompanying that into the triple digits. So that heat isn't going anywhere for us just quite yet this week. I'll have more details on that in the next few moments. Let's go ahead and take a look right now what you can expect from your forecast today at a glance. Starting off with some partly cloudy skies this morning, eventually looking at mostly sunny skies by the time we head towards around midday and by this afternoon. High heat risk is still going to to be an issue for us right now, just due to where our air temperatures are going to fall, reaching towards those mid to upper 90s, and feel like temperatures still reaching towards those triple digits. So we're going to be anywhere between that minor to moderate or high or major heat risk in the forecast today. So again, with those temperatures, it's going to be part of the reason why we'll be experiencing those type of conditions. While we still have a bit of a breeze coming in from the southeast, anywhere between 15 to 20 miles an hour, hopefully offering a little bit of relief in terms of how oppressive these conditions are. During the afternoon, it's not going to feel too much like one, but during the evening hours, things should help us out a little bit with those winds coming in from the southeast, offering us a little bit of a slight cool down. Right now, taking a look at our current temperatures, we're already off towards a bit of a muggy start here, reaching with the majority of our neighborhoods in a temperature into the lower 80s, going a little bit further inland, upper 70s for your current air temperatures for the most part. But again, things will warm up for all of us across the coastal bend by this afternoon as it relates towards our air temperatures and our feel-like temperatures. So here in Corpus Christi, going to have a high temperature of 96 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Again, very similar picture that we've been having each and every day since last week here in the coastal bend as it relates towards this weather pattern, just promoting all this heat and sunshine into the forecast. Right now, dry air is kind of somewhat dominating the area, so we'll still see humidity still part of the picture. That's why heat risk is still going to be an issue for us, but the humidity isn't going to be quite as high as it was yesterday or even this past weekend. But even still, we'll still have anywhere between a minor to moderate or major heat risk in the forecast today, head first tomorrow, and the next day after that. So again, things will still not be too different in terms of that heat still being a factor for us at that dangerous level. That makes you want to be careful and practice heat safety all throughout your work week. So let's quickly explain what it means for who's at risk depending on what level we are as it relates towards our heat risk. So minor means it's tolerated by most. It's not that extreme just quite yet. For moderate, that means for folks who might be a little bit more sensitive, you don't have proper air conditioning or hydration, that could cause an issue for folks who have to deal with that. And major risk, that means it's going to be danger to most demographics. So you just want to make sure no matter where we're falling in that range, you just want to make sure you're still practicing heat safety, drinking plenty of water, because again, that heat's going to continue all throughout the rest of your work week.
A story with some bite. I'm Erin Holly at the Texas State Aquarium, showing how the Coastal Bend is kicking off Shark Week. It's a fantastic week for sea animal lovers. I'm Erin Holly, your neighborhood news reporter. I sat down with a grad student who's dedicated her career to conserving the shark population here in the Gulf. She tells me why Shark Week should matter to you.
It's a big shark.
It's a whole week dedicated to them.
Well, since I was a little girl, I've always been obsessed with Shark Week, and I've really enjoyed it.
A love for Shark Week turned into a career for graduate research assistant Jensen Smith.
This will be my 6th year. So since I first volunteered here, Dr. Banks has been helping me and kind of introducing me to certain aspects of the shark world.
Dr. Kesley Banks, who I interviewed during Shark Week last year, has taken Smith under her wing.
So Jaws kind of scared a lot of people 50 years ago when it first came out. And so Shark Week, I feel like, really has been trying to move forward and change how people view sharks.
What is the most common misconception that people have about sharks?
That, again, like, they're bloodthirsty. So everybody's like, oh my gosh, if you get cut and you get in the water, the shark's gonna smell it and come right for you. But that's not true at all. They don't really have, we're not really on their menu at all.
Smith tells me another thing people should know about sharks is how crucial they are to our ecosystems.
And so without sharks, if you like fish at all, if you eat fish, you like sushi or anything like that, it basically keeps all of the other marine fish species, healthy and in track.
And that's why the Hart Research Institute is diving headfirst into Shark Week with interactive events for neighbors all week long. Dr. Kesley Banks from HRI is scheduled for a special Jaws-themed presentation right here at the Texas State Aquarium on Friday. You can find out more information by clicking onto our website, KRISTV.com. On North Beach, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Erin Holly, KRIS 6 News.
Yeah, hey, here's a few shark facts that may change how you view these ocean wonders. All right, yes, about 5 humans are killed each year as a result of shark attacks, but by comparison, 100 million sharks die in fisheries each year. You're about 30 times more likely to be killed by a falling coconut, too, than by a shark. Sharks are known for their fearsome jumpers, though. Did you know that sharks can lose more than 30,000 teeth in a lifetime? You see, I thought that was a mistype. I thought it was 3,000, but no, I double checked it, 30,000 in a lifetime. Sharks have multiple rows of teeth, so as soon as one is lost, its replacement is ready to take its place. And speaking of shark teeth, sharks don't get cavities, and that's because their teeth are actually coated with fluoride.
All right, now taking outside, looking at our CCC Skycam over Snoopy's Pier, where you can see we're looking at some partly cloudy skies right now, but eventually that sunshine's going to start to come on through right around with sunrise, and we'll have a lot of heat to deal with by this afternoon too. Looking at that traffic flow, things are pretty much non-existent right now in terms of not many folks heading on the roads right now on the JFK Causeway. We got one car now going on by heading there right now, but other than that, looking at easy driving conditions if you're planning on heading to and from the island right now. Let's go and take a look at what we can expect on other roadways now. Heading on downtown, Ocean Drive down to SPID and on Saratoga, all three of those roadways are moving pretty well. Same thing for the most part, looking at Flower Bluff, which is a little bit of medium speed when you get a little bit closer towards the gate. That's it for your Traport. With details of your forecast coming up.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hello, Chris 6 Sunrise team. We are the redfish capital of Texas, and we're reporting to you from the city of Rockport. We want to wish our neighbors across the coastal bend a great morning and a great day.
What a great group over there. Well, we want to wish all of our neighbors over in Rockport a good morning as well. We hope you all have a wonderful day. And folks, if you want to send us your own shout out video, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen or go to our website, christv.com.
It is 5:50, 80 degrees out, and we are getting a live look from our What a Skycam turned around at the downtown Corpus Christi skyline. Looking pretty gorgeous right now. We're going to be checking in with our meteorologist, Julia Quetti, in just a bit to find out what the rest of the day has in store for us weather-wise. But first, on some headlines.
Stellantis, the auto giant who owns Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, reported a loss of $2.7 billion in the first half of the year. The company is partly blaming the loss on tariffs. Stellantis had paused production at some Mexican and Canadian plants in April as it braced for the effect of 25% tariffs. The automaker says that revenue has fallen off by 13%, and with this and the tariffs, the company's CFO admitted that they may soon raise their prices. Now, folks, Southwest has now set a date for when they will be ending their open seating policy. Assigned seats for passengers will start January 27th. Southwest first announced the change last summer, and the ability to get certain seats will depend on the fare. Purchase options will include standard, preferred, and extra legroom seats. Tickets for assigned seats can be purchased beginning next week.
As a tall person, I find that so unfair. Well, hey, are you looking to get away this summer? Right now, you can find some great deals in the Caribbean. But if you're looking to travel to destinations like Europe or Asia, now is a great time to book ahead for that fall vacation. Jen Sullivan takes a look at the saving tips for travelers.
The summer months can be the best time of year to score some sizzling deals on island getaways. And Expedia recently came out with their Island Hot List for 2025 to help you narrow down where to visit. The top 10 list features destinations as close as Jamaica and as far away as the Maldives. Expedia travel expert Melanie Fish recommends visiting multiple islands to maximize your trip.
Whether you're going to Thailand, whether you're going to Fiji, whether you're going to Hawaii, take the time to visit several different islands so you can get a taste of the different cultures.
Visiting during off-season months can save you a lot of money. Some of the islands in Greece and Italy dropped their prices by as much as 35% in September versus August, according to Expedia. And the average price for a night's stay can drop by as much as 50% when visiting during off-peak months like early spring and fall. So now is the perfect time to book an autumn vacation overseas. But if you're looking to travel closer to home this summer, you can score some great discounts on several Caribbean destinations because it's not as popular to visit during the summer. But remember, it is hurricane season.
You need to be super careful because trip insurance doesn't always cover severe weather. For example, it typically doesn't cover a hurricane once it's been named.
Fish also recommends signing up for flight alerts, which notify you when airfare drops. Sites like Expedia, Booking.com, and Kayak offer that feature. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
So summer is in full swing and mangoes are in season, so why not enjoy one today for National Mango Day? The yellow fruit was first cultivated at least 5,000 years ago in India. Now there are more than 500 varieties across the world. They have plenty of nutrients to offer, with one mango containing nearly 2.5 times more vitamin C than an orange. And they also contain vitamins A, B6, and K, as well as fiber, potassium, and antioxidants. I didn't know there were more than 500 different types. It's like I'm pretty sure I only tried 2. Maybe 1.
I do love me some mangoes,
I was
though.
gonna say the same. I love mangoes. They're good. Like even like mango ice cream, or even like mango nectar drinks. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's where it's at.
Ugh.
I think it's smoothie weather too, right?
Oh, yeah. It is. Oh, you can get a mango smoothie to celebrate National Mango Day. I love that. Oh my gosh. And honestly, a nice, cool smoothie will do you good at any point today. It's already having temperatures reaching toward those lower 80s for us here in Corpus Christi. So already muggy enough for make you maybe want to grab a cooler drink. And then even as we head towards by this afternoon, things are still going to be feeling pretty spicy out there, to even encourage you maybe even further to have a nice cool beverage to help you stay cool as we head towards the afternoon. Right now, taking a look at our dog walking forecast, introducing our star for today. We have Basil, who might be celebrating a birthday, it seems, so we want to wish Basil a happy birthday. Maybe Basil's wishing for nice conditions to head out the door on their dog walk, and Basil has that to look forward to during the morning hours. By the afternoon, I don't think Basil's going to want to be out there, as we will see those hotter temperatures coming in pretty much in the same fashion that we saw yesterday afternoon. But this morning, still feeling pretty bearable, looking at some passing cloud cover that will clear out by the time we head towards the midday. We'll also see our temperatures increase going towards those lower 80s and eventually reaching those low 90s by the time we head towards lunchtime as well. But we'll still have a bit of a relief in our factoring into our forecast in terms of still having a nice, decent enough breeze coming in from the southeast upwards around 15 to 20 miles an hour. But overall, still looking at a pretty hot and sizzling forecast for this afternoon. Going to have a high temperature of 96 degrees here in Corpus Christi, again under mostly sunny skies by the time we head towards the afternoon. So still looking at hot and breezy conditions in store for us here in the coastal bend. Now for our feel like temperatures, those are still going to range towards those triple digits as well, reaching towards around 104 as we head towards this afternoon. Other neighborhoods could see their feel like temperatures increase a little bit more than that, maybe going a little bit closer towards 108 or 109 for inland neighborhoods. So again, very dangerous heat that we're going to have in store in the forecast today. So that's why we still will have a continuous heat risk and heat danger component towards our forecast in the coastal bend, anywhere between that moderate to major risk for us across the area. Major risk mostly being concentrated for inland neighborhoods nearby Freer, Flowerton, and Cotulla right now. Head for us tomorrow on our Wednesday, still looking at that same range, anywhere between that minor, moderate to major risk. And then that will also continue ahead for us on our Thursday, with no changes really looking ahead to that quite yet either. So our weather patterns pretty much staying the same, just because of high pressure and just drier air right now currently in place, and still going to look at humidity being a factor. So you just want to make sure you're practicing that heat safety all throughout the week this week. So that means staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water, wearing loose fitted light colored clothing, and also taking as many breaks as possible in that air conditioning to give your body that help to cool down its cooling process, so you don't have to deal with any heat related illnesses or issues in that matter. So right now, taking a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, looking at all that heat and humidity still being in store in the area, maybe a bit of a light breeze helping us to combat some of that afternoon heat, but you still want to make sure you're practicing heat safety. Do not rely on those winds to cool you down, especially during those peak heat afternoon hours. We'll see our temperatures continue to increase, staying in that range towards those 90s.